Have you ever been so terrified while reading a book that you couldn't even have the lights off? Keep watching and I'll give you 10 terrifying books that you should have on your TBR list for the month of October. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Jenna. I'm the creator of Geek Responsibly, where we discuss the psychology and emotional connection to fictional characters, book reviews, unboxings, and much more. Today we're going to go over 10 terrifying books that should be on your TBR list for the month of October. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so that you know when a video goes live for you. We're going to start with some that are a little bit less terrifying and scale into one that is going to make you so fearful that you might not even be able to read it at night. Let's dive in. First up, Miss Peregrine's Home of Peculiar Children. This one I have not read, yet just reading the back, and it's starting with a mysterious island and an incorporation of children and photos. This would be one that would definitely creep me out. This month of October, I'm planning to read this one finally. And if you have read it, let me know your thoughts. The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. I have not read this one either. Reading about this book stated that Mara is in a mysterious accident and all of her friends that were in the accident have died. She's the only one that survived, which is quite peculiar. It looks like her family has to relocate due to the falling out or the weird mysterious accident that is occurring. She meets a young boy, and he seems to know more about her past than she does, which she starts seeing things that shouldn't be there. So it sounds pretty chilling, and I can't wait to read this one. One of Us is Lying. Again, haven't read this one. I should really just do a video on all the books that I haven't read, because I would have tons of content. One of Us is Lying almost sounds like The Breakfast Club gone wrong. A few students have gone to detention, and one of the boys ends up dead. Turns out, the next day, he was going to post a bunch of juicy content about 4 of the top popular people in the school. So now they've become suspects. Sounds real sus. Which brings me to Grimm's Fairy Tale. If you want to know what real fairy tales are like and what they were supposed to be read like, pick up Grimm's Fairy Tale. Now this next one I picked because it had 3 books in it, but all of his books and stories are very terrifying. So this one's not really a book. It is going to be an author. Stephen King. We can talk about it. We can talk about Pet Sematary, Carrie, Salem's Lot, The Shining. List goes on. Oh, Dark Tower series. Anything that you want to be terrified of? Oh, Cujo. Dogs terrify me now. Clowns terrify me. Pets that are dead terrify me. All because of Stephen King. Comes from one of my favorite of all-time authors, Haunted by Chuck Palahniuk, the author of Fight Club. You know, I bet he hates being referenced as that because he has so many other great pieces of work, but everybody's always like, you know, that Fight Club guy. Anywho, Haunted is a collection of 23 horrifying, hilarious, and downright chilling stories. And there's some things in there that are quite questionable. I don't even know if they're possible, but it definitely gets you thinking. You go and Google it, and then you feel weird for Googling it. So great job, Chuck. Then brings me to another Chuck book that just recently came out. The Invention of Sound. I must say, this is one of his most amazing, epic work. This book has 2 different protagonists. One is a gentleman who is searching for his daughter, who is kidnapped 10 years prior. He believes she might still be out there, so he scrubs the internet, the deep dark web, to see if she's being raped and murdered. And also he's just doing research so that maybe he can come across those that do go into those types of acts and potentially kill them someday. I have no idea how that would work. The other protagonist is a Foley artist. Have you ever heard of the Wilhelm scream? You'll understand about it once you read this book. She finds the scream that could kill people. This book was super thrilling and just mind-bending. Pick up this book now. Horrid by Katrina Leno. If you have seen my September unboxing of Owl Crate, you will see that I got this book. While doing that unboxing, I read the inner panel of the book, and it was quite interesting. Think Lock and Key. This book is about Jane Robinson and her father passing, which leaves her and her mother moving back to a family home of her father's. With that, creepy things start happening within the house, as well as it sounds like she finds a kid or somebody living in a random room in the house, which seems pretty creepy, and I'm super excited to get this one on my TBR list. That brings me to House of Leaves. I have not read this book, but I bought it years ago. Somebody told me that it scared them so much that they could not read it at night or with the lights off. So I picked it up. Reading some of the reviews of this book have stated the same thing. I'm a little nervous to read this one during this Halloween season, yet I think I actually might get the cojones to do it. The cool thing that brought me into this book is the way that it's printed, or I guess written as well. Yet Mark goes and has some pages with maybe even one word on it. For example, or weird random ways that it is printed, which it almost makes me think it is written with the intention of the person being mentally insane. I am pretty intrigued to finally read this book. What terrifying book would you like to read for the month of October? Comment below. Hope you guys enjoyed some of the titles that I shared with you today. Let me know if there's any of them that sounded interesting to you in the comment section below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring that bell so that you know when a new video goes live for you. And also share it with another book lover. See if there's any ones that they would like to add. And always geek responsibly.